This is Boss Man.
Oh, hi, boss.
You okay?
That's perfect.
It's a little something I made up a while back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How long you had your guitar?
Oh, this one?
Your axe.
I've pretty much always had a guitar, but like this one I've had maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks. I got it from a guy when I was in a band with him. He was gonna sell it to me before, and the last time we all played together, this is the last guitar I played with him, and the drummer, he went crazy, and he ended up, offing his wife and stuff. And
Oh, dang.
yeah, I got pretty heavy, so he ended up giving it to me as a gift though, which was pretty cool.
So is a guitar something non-negotiable that you don't live without?
Yeah. It's like sometimes, like if it comes down to it and I have to get rid of it to take care of her, that's no problem. That's no questions asked there. But because I'll always get another one, you know what I mean? She's always been really supportive of that. Yeah, I love her for that. Now I play guitar, piano, drums, and the bass.
I think your girl was mentioning you train yourself. You just listen by ear and play.
Yeah, I actually took lessons for the piano, and my friends used to make fun of me so much when I was younger. Like, oh, you piano, I mean,
Isn't it easier to learn scales on there or something?
It is if you actually like sit down and learn like I did. But like I took all that and I went out and bought a guitar, and my parents were like, "Do you want to play guitar or the piano?" And I was all guitar. Never got no girls playing the piano, and ironically, never got no girls playing the guitar either. Except I got her. I mean, I think I had her before that, but I don't know.
He did.
It just makes me feel better, but you know, I mean, it was kind of my release to let everything go when I was younger. Because I was really an angry child, and there was a little bit of trouble, a little bit of trouble, a lot of trouble, and older sister and little brother that they could ever do no wrong, It always came back on me somehow or another. Because my sister was my sister, and my little brother, well, if he did something I did years ago, my parents would yell at me for it. Like, oh, what if you didn't do that, your brother wouldn't do it, and he never got no trouble, and it's just had a lot of animosity toward him. It's to this day I think I do because of it. But like they're my sister owns a restaurant, my brother's a cop, and like their lives are great, you know what I mean?
You ever talk to him? No?
No, I mean, I tried to talk to my brother probably a week ago. I haven't heard nothing back from him or anything like that. Like, since my dad died, and me and my brother kind of like drifted apart. Like that was kind of the glue that held us together, and that's like 80% of the reason why I'm out here is I remember calling my dad years ago at the 7-Eleven right before they took the payphone out, before those were an obsolete thing that should be in a museum. I called my dad and he told me, I can't help you. He says, deal with it, and he hung up on me, and then he died 3 months later. And pretty much I never really got over that.
Sorry to hear that.
It's all good. I mean, my dad would be mad at me for sitting around feeling sorry for myself about it right now. And you know what I mean? It's just a lot to deal with, I guess, to cope with. Somebody that important in your life just goes away, and you can't tell them how much you really appreciate everything they ever did for you. It really kind of takes a lot out of you. So from there, I just got further into drugs and just not stopped giving a shit. And then,
What was your drug?
Meth.
Meth?
Yeah, that was for a long time. And I quit doing that actually for a while, and I started doing spice at the time. And cause I thought, oh, man, this stuff's awesome. Take one hit of this, like smoking a whole bowl of weed, and that stuff there ended up, my heart stopped on it. And I swear I saw the devil, and I saw, I don't know, I had a near-death experience that changed my life, and I've never touched that stuff ever since after that. But anymore, I'm just, I don't know, I like to be, like, I want to try to find my place in life right now. I've been here, I know I don't deserve to be out here, but it's just like I keep getting dealt the hands that throw me out here, and it sucks because I got her, and then I got the dog, and oh man, it's really stressful. But there's days like today. Today's just a good day, the city's hard on us. It's hard to do anything around here.
Yeah.
Like we could be sitting here right now, and like for example, let's say we had a tent here, like, and there'd be a heaping trash pile right there by that thing. They'll come up here, they'll take all your stuff, and they'll arrest you if you try to stop them, and leave the whole pile of trash there and just drive off. which it makes no sense to me because, you know what I mean? That last time, work release people pick up trash, right? That's what I mean, how would they like it if we went to their house and took their stuff, you know what I mean? It's not right, but they can do it because they have a badge, you know, which it's not cool. And there's too many of us that just, it's
So
happening.
do you find that they treat you all, like, group you all together? Like,
Yep.
because I've noticed a lot of different types of, I'm no professional, but I've noticed a lot of different types of personalities that I've talked to people and stuff like that. They're just, for lack of a better term, they just seem like they're in a totally different class. Like maybe there's some mental health issues or whatever, but they just group you all the same. Or
Honestly, a lot of the people that are around here, they get checks every month. They're just out here by choice. Like, I know a guy who gets like $3,000 a month, and he just drinks it all away, or gives all of his money away, and he's broke like 3 days later. And it's like, man, if I even had that opportunity to have any kind of income like that a month, I guarantee I would not be doing that with it. But then I think about it too, and I can't say that either because I don't have that in my that, you know, advantage. It's just, and then a lot of people just get comfortable with it. But, you know, and the cops that come around, and since like everyone around here in this area, drinking is the big thing for everybody. They go to certain parts of town, it'll be heroin, meth in this side of town, or you know what I mean, or whatever. But right here's pretty much been neutral for drinking, like, and the cops first thing they ask you usually, you know what I mean, do you know these people or this people, and like, it's like a stereotype. They automatically think that just because you're associated with them, you're guilty, and that's how it's always been around here.
so they don't talk to you as an individual. They just talk at you.
Yep, they talk at us. They come and boss us around. Like me and her and I, one time we were walking through and we sat down behind Napa for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna say this on camera. Deputy Pope, he pulls up and he tells us to pick all the trash up back there, and I was like, no, the hell with that, you know what I mean? And he was gonna take me and her to jail because we're gonna pick up trash. We just sat down, and we ended up spending like an hour out there picking up trash. It wasn't even ours. Like on any given night, I could see at least one car a night dumping out here. You know what I mean?
I don't understand how they could associate you with that. There's mattresses, there's
Yeah,
there's
that's what I'm saying.
household items. I mean, obviously that's a clean out someone just dumped there. They didn't want to pay for the dump.
Exactly, and it's just, and it looks bad on us because we're out here all the time. And honestly, like, I see homeless camps that are cleaner than freaking the streets are out here. But like, they get it's not fair for them to take our stuff like that. We're humans too, you know. We have rights. I mean, apparently in Hesperia, it's illegal to be homeless. That's what they say, you know. But I just got to comply. After a while, they take your stuff. Like the one code enforcement guy, he does not like me, because every time I see him, I give him the bird and I smile at him. I mean, because he's a jerk. He puts her down all the time, and like, I've threatened him a couple different times because I'm like, man, don't take hers, take my stuff, don't take hers. It really hurt, because the guy, he says, you pieces of shit don't belong in our county, get the fuck out of here. Straight like that, he told me. As you get back in the truck before I fucking take your badge off, beat your ass, dude. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah, there's no need for disrespect like that.
No, man, not at all. And who gives it? I'm an habitual offender. Oh, well, take me to jail. I'm going to keep coming back. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not breaking any laws, in my opinion. I'm just trying to live.
So you've done some time?
Oh, yeah.
For what? Do you mind asking?
Commercial burglary. I got busted, about 8, 9 years ago, over in Apple Valley. It's a Kubota factory over there. We cleaned it out. As we're loading the car up, we pulled out the driveway, and like 6 cops swarmed us. And my friend tried to run from them. Like, there's nowhere to go. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, he made it like a block before he pulled over. And so he went straight to jail. They told me that they're gonna withheld judgment or whatever, and have like up to a year to get charges. And so the cop drove me all the way from Apple Valley out here and dropped me off on Main Street. And then big old gunfight almost was going down in my apartment complex. And the dude grabbed a .44 mag, and he put it to the guy's head, and he cocked the hammer back. My kids were out there running around. I was get the kids in the house, you know what I mean? Somebody called the cops. Well, the fire department, actually, this is the 2 women start brawling out in the street. There's cars pulling over, cell phone cameras and stuff like that. The fire station pulled up, driving by, and they're like, hey, they got out, and they almost hit him with the fire hose to get him to stop fighting. And they pulled each other off of them, and then the cops showed up like 10 deep. And I was the only one there who got arrested because I had a warrant for that thing that I didn't even know what was happening.
Oh.
So they put me on felony probation for that. And I felt like I didn't have to go check in, so I'd make them come find me, which was not good usually every time. And they were really close. I never had an ankle monitor, but they always knew where I hung out. You know, I mean, within minutes they found me. So I was in and out a lot for that. They never reinstated me, any of that stuff. my last go round, they tried to give me a drug court because I had like a 7-8 grams of dope on me or something like that, and a pipe, and they're gonna give me drug court for that, which was twice as long as my sentence was that I had left. And I was like, you know what, no. So I figured I'd top it out, and I took one to the box and beat it. And they let me out that day. That was Valentine's Day 2017, and I haven't been in trouble since. Knock on wood. You know.
That's awesome. Good to hear. So, aside from the cops, how do people treat you out here? Like, you have the other homeless people, yeah, but then you can talk about both if you like, but also just the citizens that see you. I mean,
that depends actually. Like, if you're not out there causing trouble, like say sitting out in front of somebody's business begging for change or being rude to people, like they're pretty cool. Like to me, I have that like around here. Like if somebody tells me to kick rocks, I'm not gonna tell them, you know, get fucking, I ain't going nowhere. I'll be like, all right, we all gotta live here too, you know what I mean? And usually, like the lady over here at the liquor store, actually the other day, I went in there just a while ago and I found a $20 bill in the ATM machine. And she was on me, like every time somebody comes in there, she's watching, she'll walk around watching you and stuff. And I grabbed it out of the machine and I'm sitting there thinking, I just put this in my pocket, leave right now. But I walked up to the counter and I was like, hey man, this is in the ATM machine, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who this is. And she said, oh, thank you. And she's all snobby about it. But the other day, she actually said something about that. And I had totally forgotten it. It made me feel really good because it was like, wow. That's why I'm always welcome to come in your store and I can sit out here and scratch my scratchers and you guys don't ever come out and trip out on me, you know? I dig that.
That's cool.
But there are some people though, there's zero tolerance for it, you know what I mean? It's just because of, they've seen a lot of bad things happen with the homeless and the, you know, like out here, where we're at, it's probably the safest area to be, being homeless in my opinion. Like there's nobody around here you got to worry about coming and hurting you, anything like that. But I mean, you step off the grid around here though, and it's a whole different world. People think differently. I mean, they'll kill you for freaking the shoes on your feet, you know, or even less.
It's crazy.
And then there's enough of them there that they can get away with it. And it's just kind of a scary thing. But
so, wow, okay. So, can you tell me how long you've been out here dealing with this?
oh,
Your story is interesting. I'm getting lost in it, so I don't know if you told me already.
sorry. Man, I'd say solid 3 years that were steady, because I usually had a place to go or whatever. But like this last year and a couple months, we've been since Valentine's Day last year. We left my grandma's house and we went out to Silverwood. That didn't work out there, and then we came back into town. Ever since then, it's just, I mean, this is the best woman I know because she's been there for me, been there with me. We've been through a lot of shit together like that. Like, where I was just gonna give up, you know what I mean? She's like, nah, babe, it's all right.
Talking about Valentine's Day in the rain.
It was raining so bad that day.
It was our first day out here.
Had a tarp over the top of us. It rained so heavy that night, like within hours.
Full
the
of
whole
water.
thing dropped on top of us in the middle of the night. And we woke up
dang.
soaked.
I mean, super soaked. Our clothes, everything.
And we had to leave everything there, and we left, came back, all our shit was gone. Everything, remember that?
We cried ourselves and hugged each other through the whole Valentine's.
Yeah, it was
That
rough.
was a hard one.
It was very hard.
It's good you guys have each other.
Yeah.
So, if you could, for the viewers that are watching or whatever, like, how do you want people to see you? Like,
I would like people to look at us like we're human beings, because like if we're sitting here right now, somebody comes through, they look like we're a bunch of bison sitting in a park at Yellowstone. Yeah, like they damn near almost have their cameras out, and it's like, when I was a kid, my parents were like, oh, homeless people are this and that, which is a stereotype, you know what I mean? And because I was really close-minded for a lot of years, and I'd see like a bum or something like that sit on the road, and yeah, whatever, dude, get a job, you're drunk. Little did I know, maybe it's not his fault that he's there, you know? Because there is some people that it happens, you know what I mean? Like, and I really kind of opened my eyes to things, and I feel like I'm serving a life sentence for being a douchebag, you know what I mean? And
you don't seem that way to me.
I've changed a lot about myself. I've had to, because my dad, you know, I mean, we grew up with money, like, but he raised us like we didn't, and made us like appreciate everything. And my dad would never give money to a guy asking for change or anything like that. Even if he had the money to do it, he wouldn't do it. And I never used to think about that, but it bothers me now. Like, you know, since I'm in that position there. And I'd rather, honestly, I've been more happy with nothing in my life, like to own. And with everything that I do have, I'm the richest man in the world when it comes to it. I got my old lady, my dog, my guitar. That's awesome, you know what I mean? And like you say, paycheck away, that's all we are, everyone, And
I think we spoke about too, like not everybody wants a handout, they just need a hand up.
get that part, yes. And that's another thing, the society thinks that everybody's, because of the ones that are out there, they're big for change. Or I knew a guy who put a freaking ROTC uniform on and was out there saying he was a vet. And he still had the ROTC patches on his thing, and I'm like, that is very disrespectful, because my brother he served in the Army. And to anybody who's a veteran, that's very disrespectful. And just because you're too lazy to go get a job, why you gotta do that stuff, Or come up with a fake, like, charity. I've seen that a lot. We're like, funeral for this guy, and the guy's sitting in the car. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, I know a guy who rolled over 6 figures a year in Nevada, and all he did was panhandle. He drove a nice Chevy truck. I mean, he looked like he wore a $2 suit, though. You know what I mean? He was, that guy there, I don't know, he kind of changed a little bit about him, because he was a really cool dude. You know what I mean? He just had a lot going on. He didn't get along with his wife or his family and that, so he's like, I'd rather be out here doing this. Which, that's cool, but like, the hell with that. Why can't you? I love being able to get up in the middle of the night, go to the refrigerator if I want to pull a glass of milk out of it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that you take for granted. And I miss it, but I don't know, it's just
Those simple things that everybody takes for granted.
I've lost a lot of things in this town, like, I lost one marriage, it's gone down the drain, freaking my kids.
What led to you being out here?
Yeah, like my divorce, and like I found out my ex-wife was cheating on me for 2 years with my best friend, and she was lying to me about it, and I knew it, almost to the point where I had to go see a psychiatrist because I thought it was crazy, and she was going along with it and allowing me to go do that. And I'll never forget, I was driving down here, and she told me that, and I was like, what? Pretty much just like, I lost a lot of faith in the love factor, I guess you could say, right then and there. And it's about 3 months later, we were done. And then, I went out, I got mad one night, we took off, and came back in the morning, and the only thing left in my house was my TV and my recliner, and one of my guitars. She took it, like, oh man, really bad. But she ended up marrying the guy that I used to be with, or that she was cheating on me with, or whatever. He used to be the singer of my band, and he was one of my best friends. He played the guitar at my wedding, you know what I mean? Like,
Or so you've thought, huh?
yeah, I think he's a dirtbag as a person, but as a man, he's a better man than me right now. I mean, my kids are happy, they love him. Yeah, I gotta look at it like that. Cause at the same time, I'm not really angry with him anymore, because everyone deserves to be happy. And, she wasn't happy with me, and I wasn't happy with her. So be it, But then, like I said, all that happened. My dad died, and then a year later, my mom died after that. And it was just one thing after another. Every time I think I'm getting above water, or starting to tread water, it's just like bam. But I don't know. I think of myself as Job in the Bible. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a firm believer in God too, and I'm not a big preachy person, or religious or anything like that. But I'm very spiritual when it comes to God. Like, because I've seen some stuff that if it wasn't for Him, or some other higher being, it couldn't have happened. I watched a lady get hit by a car. Actually, her and I did. It was pretty true. Like, a really good close friend of ours. Actually, she's walked across the street drunk, and the car went like this, swerved and missed her, and the other one was right in front of Fast Trip, right there. And I turned around just in time to see her, bam, like that. She went up over the top of the car and landed in the street. She flew probably from here to that jungle gym.
Oh, that must have been horrible.
Knocked her out of her shoes and everything, and she was like laying all twisted in the road, and her hit so hard her eye was hanging out.
Oh gosh.
I walked up, I told her, don't look, trust me, Like, oh my God, just don't look. I'll never forget that, because I see this woman that got hit quite often, and it's just like, man, if it wasn't for God, you'd be dead. And like, because that sound, just everything that happened, it was horrible. I still have dreams about it. We're kind of a tight little family, the ones that are around here, like the ones that have been here for a while or whatever. There's a lot of them that are douchebags or whatever. I mean, we all are in our own way, I guess, but to each his own. It's a big vicious circle of who's gonna get who, always around here. If you lose something, just a couple days later, you'll find it with this person or that person. You know what I mean? And it all goes back. I don't know, it'd be nice to be able to be called a sir. Like when I walk into a place, like, how you doing, sir? That it feels nice to hear that stuff.
Everyone deserves a common respect like that.
Yes, definitely.
Not asking anything crazy.
Exactly. You know, I mean, everyone just thinks that we're out here just because we're lazy. It's not like that. You know, I mean, I'm terrified of being a normal member of society again. It scares the shit out of
That's
me.
what I was going to ask you, if you had like a 5-year or a 10-year plan, any kind of goals to.
I just right now, man, I wish I could say I did, but I every time I try to look for the future, I always screw up my present, or vice versa. I mean, it's just I have to do it one day at a time for now. As long as I'm alive and she's happy and the dog's alive and everyone's fed and we have somewhere to go, at least, then it's okay.
And you
for
have
me.
your guitar.
That's right. Well, even if I didn't have that, you know, it's like, yeah, that's replaceable. You know, her and the dog, and it's just my own dignity. That's sometimes wake up not even feeling like a man. Can't even look at myself in the mirror because I don't have a job that like I can't make her breakfast or something like that. It just bothers me. Like some days are good, some days are bad. You know, like I could make $40 playing the guitar, or I could make $5. It just depends on where I'm at. I've been run out of every place on Main Street just about for playing in front of the building. But, you know, I get along with a lot of security guards and the people that are around here too, which is cool.
I don't understand that either. I've seen that as well. Like them have people move and get out when you're not asking for money. You're
Nope.
doing something.
And I never ask nobody for, I mean, I do eventually, but like when I'm playing the guitar, if I actually asked and had a hat out there most of the time, I'd probably make way more money.
You're not asking, you're doing something. You have a talent you're sharing. Like, I don't understand what the problem with that is.
It's more of an admirable thing. It's like, as a man, like me as a man, I don't like to ask nobody for nothing. Like when it comes down to like taking care of things like that, you know what I mean? And I like to be able to like come home and be like, hey babe, I got some money, you know what I mean? Let's go eat. Where do you want to go? Wherever you want. What do you want? What do you need? That makes me feel so good because she's happy about that. And like,
in the few days I've talked to you, I've noticed that you're very caring and giving and concerned with what she wants. You're not selfish or like, I've noticed that. I've admired that, and I think it's adorable.
I love this woman. She's done everything for me. She does everything for me. She takes my shit. That's the worst part. But she loves me legitimately, and I've never had that before. Every girl I've ever been with has been a freaking ditz, airhead, cheater. You know what I mean? And then like lies to me about it. That ain't me. And I want to accuse her of it so bad, but I can't.
Never
I
ever.
love it though. Like really, I dig that. Like, that's a huge worry that's in a relationship that I don't have to worry about, and it's cool. You're a catch, man. I can't just let somebody take
I
you
ain't
from
going
me.
nowhere. You know gonna take me nowhere.
I don't care. I'm not gonna allow it to even get to that point. Some of the best people I know are out here on the streets. Honestly, I know people that would just, hey man, you don't have a shirt here, and they give it to you, right then and there, just because you don't have that. You know what I mean? And they get harped upon the hardest. Like there's a family, the Stivers family out here. They're known. Chuck and Mike they hold the record, and I've heard this from 3 different sheriff's deputies, for the most drunken publics in Hesperia. True story.
The sweetest.
They are the sweetest people, all of them. They're such great people. The cops don't see them like that though, because they have to arrest them all the time. Which when they get to drinking and they're all together, they get a little loud and rowdy.
Overbearing.
Like they're not hurting nobody, but they talk a lot of shit. Like Mike's the worst, man. He'll start going off. I watched him throw a beer bottle one time. Hit the car, pow, and the dude's all, what? He's all, I'm sorry. It's like, and they can't fight, so it's like beating a fish up, or a baby up, you know what I mean? Like, but nobody ever beats them up like that around us anyway, because we're gonna handle it. But you know, just people like that though, that in society they just see the bad parts of it. They don't see the fellowship that we actually have. If I got extra shoes, I gave Mike a pair of shoes. Those Vans.
Yeah, no problem.
I gave him those because he's like, oh, my feet hurt. Yeah, these Doc Martens were too small. And I was like, dude, you know what? Here. And he's like, what? And it made me feel really good to do stuff like that. Like, I love that. I'm not looking for nothing out of it. I know right here, and the man upstairs, he knows that, you know what I mean? You did good, son. That's all I need. I think if the world was, you know, not so fixated on all the shit that's going on and focus on the good things, there's probably a lot more good things in this world than there are bad. It's just everybody wants to see the bad things first. It's really dog eat dog out here too, for the most part. There really ain't a whole lot of couples out here. Like her and I'm gonna have to say we're the strongest couple out here because we stick it out, I guess. You know what I mean? There's times it's like, but I don't know. At the end of the day, man, I thank God for everything I went through. and for being here today. You know,
I wanted to ask you, you know, just the people you see every day, whatever. Have you seen some crazy stuff out here, like
oh man,
fights or like crazy stuff or what? Like I want to see not only where you came from, but what you have to deal with, like all aspects of it.
oh, where do I start?
I know there's drugs out here. I know. Another girl I interviewed said, "Oh no, there's no prostitution," but we've seen a couple girls get in the car with people this
All these
morning.
girls are pass
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah, there are.
Pass her around to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next
They're
one.
more hush hush about it. But everybody knows.
I already know.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we seen a homeless lady get in a car, in a fancy car, and they were. I only seen one of them after a minute. So one of them was down low, but
There's human trafficking going on
Yeah.
out here too.
Yeah,
That's
there
actually
is.
starting to be really big out here.
A lot of people are missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a girl that I've known for a couple years already out here. I helped her a while back ago, and a year went by and I didn't see her after seeing her regularly. And then honestly, I seen her a couple months ago and I haven't seen her again. She's a real small little blonde lady. Lori told me that her name was Cherry.
Oh yeah, I just seen Cherry.
I saw
Cherry.
it a few days ago.
Cherry is not doing too well.
Yeah, I've seen her decline, and from the time I met her to where I seen her the
She's
other
staying.
day.
I think she's staying over there across the bridge in the house. But Cherry might.
If it's the same lady,
Yeah, it is.
I've given her blankets and
Cherry might be passing away.
she looked like she was in bad shape.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she has
Some
HIV.
health
Oh, is
problems
that
going on.
right?
Yeah, that's what we've heard. There's actually.
Yeah, I talked to her and she said that she's scared. She don't want to go get tested.
Yeah, there's
She's going through something really hard and it's sad.
Well, if you talk to her and she does want to go on camera, I would really like to interview her. When she told me her story when we first met her a couple years ago, and she had somebody with her that she said was her son, and she said, "This is my son." I heard him call her mom a couple times, like, "Mom, like get over here, whatever." And then we never seen him again with her. Like a couple times we saw him, and then only every time we saw her, we just saw her. And she had a little dog for a while, and then
No, I know who you're talking about. Remember the chick, the old puts a cart with her son, Justin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been locked
Justin
up.
might
for a
have been
minute.
his name.
This big tall dude with big
Yeah, dark hair.
Yeah. What the hell's her name?
I don't know.
She's the one I'm looking for.
I haven't
Oh,
seen her in a
okay.
while. She's a little
Oh,
that
I
one
wonder
there.
what happened to her.
I don't know.
I seen her
hopefully-
about a month ago in front of the 99-cent store.
There's some,
Like,
there's
at
some
least tell me the
interesting
truth.
stories out here.
There are
No?
There's a lot of women that get abused out here.
a lot of
like
the
get
guys
beat.
out here are pervs
Or
too.
the
I seen a
pervert-
girl yesterday that she got in the car. She had a black eye.
Yeah, a lot of that goes on around here. A lot of abuse.
Not even that. It's just a lot of just dirtbag shit. Really, it's the people out here will take your shit from you and then help you look for it. True story. And then when they find it, they're like, "Oh, how'd that get there?" I get more mad about that kind of shit than somebody just flat out telling me I took it from you. Then, you know, at least I can accept that. You know what I mean? Right?
Well, I appreciate you talking to me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no
Let me shake
problem.
your hand.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
All right.
Anything I can do to help, you know what I mean?
You want to play us something out?
Try, yeah. It's out of tune.
It sounds good to me.
Well, I'm stuck in a rut called Hesperia, homeless. Got my baby out here beside me, but we couldn't care less. Maybe one day I'll get it together and get it right. But until then, I'm stuck in Hesperia. No home and no pot to piss in. Sorry. Anyway, you get the idea.
Keeping it real. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem.